Everyone. So in this video, I'm going to show you the POC, a kind of solution that I was working on for the incident reporting management. So this solution is basically a Canvas application for mobile where we have the general use case for the site inspection app, right? So that is the same kind of thing basically I did here for the incident reports. So field workers can use this application developed in the Canvas app to report any incident happens in the field basically. The reason for building the Canvas app because mostly incident happens in the fields, right? So they don't have a laptop or tablet at the moment, but all of them do have the phones, right? So that's why the main focus is on the mobile application only. This application is a simple UI, like as much as minimal as I can. So let me show you the demo directly, like how it is working basically. As you can see, this is the mobile application and this is the home screen. Here we have three options. Once I click on new incident, we have the form basically where I can select sites, title, incident date. Then we have the option for severity as well, incident type also, and in the description field we have a multi-line of text where I can add more detail about that incident. After that, we have option to attach the images. So basically, what I did is there are maximum 4 images here you can attach. So when using this application from the phone, you have two options. Either you can upload the picture from the device or you can take a photograph on real time using the camera. So as you can see, when I click on attach file, it shows me two options: take photo, choose from photos, right? So I will going to use the my phone camera only. So here the phone camera will open so I can take quick pictures. So it's the first picture I have taken. Then I can also take one more picture. After that I will submit this. So once it is submitted, it will navigate to different screen. This is the all incident screen where I am showing all of the incidents. So as you can see, we have a drop down to filter the results like from the sites. Then we have the status. Currently the status I used it as new, in progress, closed and all. So by default, all of the new incident will be shown because that is very important because those incidents are already closed. I don't want to see all incidents, right? So by default, new incident will be shown and the card structure I have used here. So once I click on it, I can see the detail like this. As you can see, here we have the description, here we have the evidence. Evidence is nothing but the photo that we just clicked. Also, I have option here to see the photo. So once I click on it, I can see the photos in detail. Then I have option to assign this incident. So let's say there are the people who are responsible to manage this incident or take a look into it. I can assign to them using this drop down option. I'll select the name of that person. I can mark this mark this incident as in progress. So once I click on it, now that is no longer visible here. That will falls under in progress. So as you can see, the status has been changed. Now I can also click on view. So here as you can see in the top, new in progress showing as green, that means those things are already done. Now once the incident is resolved by the assigned person, they can request to admin basically, and once admin confirm, the admin can mark this incident as closed. Okay, so once it is closed, it will move to the closed section. So here as you can see, I can see all of the incidents that happened in the past basically. Once the incident is closed, I am building a Power Automate flow. Basically, when the new incident is reported, I am sending out email notification. And when the incident is resolved, I am also generating a PDF document so that I will show you quickly. So if I click on the incidents here. So when I click on view report, it will show me the PDF report that I have generated. So basically this is nothing but a word template that I used, right? So this is the complete application basically. Now let's move on to the desktop and I will show you the email notification that I am sending. So the first email notification that I am using is to send a new incident report generated. Okay. So when the new is reported, I am sending out this email notification. Okay. So this is nothing like I just use the ChatGPT to generate this email template and showing the dynamic data from the flow response. So incident ID, title, incident types, all the basic data is here. Currently deep linking is not added here. This is just a proof of concepts. So how you can build this application. Now, once the incident is resolved, that means once the admin mark it as closed, there is also a separate email template for this incident resolved, ID of that incident, then the basic information about that along with the status. And as I told you, there is also a report that I am going to generate. So if I click on it, so you can see the incident resolution report generated on. So when it is generated, basically ignore this. I think this is some issue. Okay, just ignore this. So whatever things you see in bold, though those are static that I have used in the word template, all the data next to it, those are completely dynamic. So for this, I use the populate word template action in Power Automate. So if you don't know what that action is, I will just give you a link in the top so you can check it out. Then incident description, resolution details basically. And the most important thing is photos. So whatever the photo that I have attached to that incident, so those also I am going to put it here. Okay. So for this, I use the Power Automate flow. Then there is a premium action called Populate Word Template, right? So these things I have added here. Okay, and to generate a PDF document is really important because it is basic thing. Like once the resolution is done, once it is closed, I need to see the complete report of it. Okay, because not everyone is going to go to the SharePoint list and check that. Okay, so let me show you the list schema as well. So there are only two lists basically, the incident list and the site list. So in the site list, basically what I am doing is just the title column and different site name. For each incident, we have incident ID, site, then title, type of that incident basically, description, severity, when that incident happened, that is the incident date, the status of it, and when it is closed, and whom it is assigned to. Then whatever the images that I am using, I am storing them in an attachment basically, as you can see it here. I'm not storing them in a document library, and whatever the report that I am generating, that is also going to attach to this incident item. Okay, so basically a single source here used, but yes, depending on your application requirement, you can change it. Yes, so let me know what you think about this, and if you would like to have a complete tutorial like how I built this, just let me know in comments. If you have any doubts or questions, also feel free to ask in comments. Thank you.